Will the Fed taper? First of all, let us establish where we are today. We are currently experiencing slow growth and rising inflation, mild stagnation. That is what we are currently experiencing right now, especially in the US. According to Bob Kendall of Kendall Reports, a YouTube channel, you may have come across that channel, and indeed Bob himself, everybody's talking about a weaker Q4. And he asked if they are all downsizing and it actually comes in weaker, is bad news? Good news right now, is it? Is this going to mean the Fed is not going to taper? If you're going to have fourth quarter weakening, why is the Fed going to taper? He points out that there are mixed signals right now. That's what we are seeing, mixed signals. So in the short term, as it concerns the US economy and indeed the global economy for obvious reasons, the questions amongst others are there stagflationary pressure risks? If so, will they be short term, like 6 months? Are there short term supply bottlenecks, or are they going to be more persistent as more negative supply shocks, loose monetary and fiscal policies persist? These questions were posed by Nouriel Roubini, a renowned professor of economics at New York University's Stern School of Business. He answered by indicating that it all depends on whether it is aggregate demand and whether the factors of aggregate demand and aggregate supply are temporary or more persistent over the medium and long term. The supply bottlenecks, both for goods market and labor markets, are going to go away and growth is going to increase, and therefore also the upward pressure on prices and wages coming from these negative supply shocks in the short term are going to go away as well, according to Nouriel Roubini. So those who are optimistic believe that growth is going to be weak in Q3 2021, this year, 2021, say around 5%. Then it's going to be stronger in Q4, around 6%. And next year, 2022, US growth is going to be strong, say 4 to 4.5%. Core personal consumption expenditures, PCE figures, will be high this year, 2021, at say 3.75% to 4%. However, people that are more optimistic believe that then these temporary factors will go away, and that gradually core PCE by next year, 2021, 2022, is going to fall from 4% towards 2% by the end of next year. So in this scenario, growth is going to improve over time, and it's going to be robust in the fourth quarter after the slowdown of this quarter, this third quarter of 2021. So it's going to remain quite strong above potential in the US and globally next year for some reasons, according to Nouriel Roubini. First of all, the first of the reasons is that the Delta variant concerns will fade away both in advanced economies and emerging markets. There will be more reopening and reopening of more sectors and services. Growth is going to pick up as long as we control the Delta variant and other variants. Secondly, the Chinese growth is going to recover as the Chinese may react to the slowdown they are currently having by doing more monetary and fiscal credit stimulus. Thirdly, the Fed policy response is going to be accommodative and dovish. So Nouriel Roubini believes the Fed will taper from December or in early 2022 and may pursue it slowly. So this brings us back to the question we asked earlier: will the Fed taper? So going by what is going on right now, as indicated by Bob Kendall, the Fed may well taper modestly, as Nouriel Roubini indicated, or may push it down the road because the mainstream media and indeed major financial institutions are pricing in weaker Q4 for 2021. So there's a good chance the Fed may, start to taper from December, but it will just be so modest that it will probably be insignificant. We can see that the mainstream banks and the mainstream media, they are all constantly barraging us with weaker Q4, as if, they are trying to talk down the market. And of course now, as at this last week, the week that began after the Labor Day holiday, the markets, for 4 sessions from that Tuesday, the 14th of August, Tuesday the Tuesday after the Labor Day in the US, the market continued to decline till the 10th of September. So today is the 13th of September. We don't know what's going on. We haven't checked what the outlook is currently at the moment. So yes, the question is, will the Fed still go ahead and taper when markets are pricing in fourth quarter weaknesses? Would that be the case? There's every chance the Fed may not taper or may just do it so modestly at that. So maybe the markets want to force the hands of the Fed. Because we can see Roubini is pointing out that maybe the fourth quarter is going to be strong, but the markets, the markets, and indeed I wouldn't say the markets, the mainstream media, and indeed the major financial institutions, trying to talk it down, and they are currently pricing in weaknesses. So what's it going to be? What do you think? Tell us what you think in the comments box below, and we'll go from there. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video.